Man, I love a good racing movie.
Do you think you can beat Ferrari?
I can try. We're lighter, we're faster. That don't work, we're nastier. We're gonna make history.
So Ford v Ferrari is a new sports drama directed by James Mangold starring Christian Bale and Matt Damon. And to give you guys the basic gist of the story, in the 1960s, Ford wanted to start going into the racing market. However, Ferrari was known at the time as making the fastest cars known to man. So as a resort, Ford hires a bunch of workers, and among them are Ken Miles and Carroll Shelby, to basically build the world's fastest car to challenge Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans race. Alright guys, so let's get into Ford versus Ferrari. Ford vs. Ferrari was a film that I was definitely looking forward to. I mean, I really wanted to see it, but I wasn't overly hyped. Don't get me wrong though, one of the main reasons why I was looking forward to this film was because of James Mangold. I mean, if you haven't seen Logan, I mean, watch it. But I also love Christian Bale and Matt Damon, and not to mention, like I mentioned before, I love a film that has racing in it. But yeah, cutting to the chase, Ford vs. Ferrari is freaking great. Starting out with the performances, everyone here is great. I mean, everybody here is great, from Christian Bale, Matt Damon, you also have John Bernthal, Noah Jupe, and there's just, the cast here is insane. But honestly, at the heart of this movie is Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles, played by Matt Damon and Christian Bale, who, like I mentioned before, absolutely crush in this movie. Now, don't get me wrong, Matt Damon in this movie is great, and he is great in every single scene he is in, but really, the show stealer in this movie is without a doubt Christian Bale. Seriously, Christian Bale is one of those actors that no matter how big of a star he is, in every role that he is in, no matter how small or big it is, he always just disappears into that role. Not only does Christian Bale obviously nail the dramatic scenes, I mean, duh, but he also does have some hilarious scenes in there as well. Really though, the best scenes of this movie are when Matt Damon and Christian Bale are together, whether it's the really fun comedic banter or the two of them talking about how to improve this car, because really, what this movie is about is really not just these two corporations that are trying to battle it out to see what car is the better car, but it's really them fighting the corporate machine, trying to figure out the best ways to not only get this car beating Ferrari's car, but also getting Ken behind the wheel of said car. Not only do their scenes have such great dramatic tension, but there is a couple of scenes that are laugh out loud hilarious. Another thing that I particularly loved about this film was James Mangold's direction. Now, I'm gonna be essentially echoing other reviewers out there when I say this, but I absolutely agree with them about this. But yeah, Ford vs. Ferrari really did feel like a good old-fashioned sports drama film brought into modern times. The racing, holy crap, the racing was awesome. Not only were the racing scenes great on a technical level, but the sound, holy shit. James Mangold and his cinematographer do such a phenomenal job of putting you in the spots with these drivers as you could see them racing to the finish line. And not to mention the sound design of this movie. The sound of this movie, guys, I'm not even joking with you. I want to see this movie again in IMAX or Dolby just so I can experience the sound design again, because seriously, it was that good. Whether you're hearing the cars rev up, or you're hearing a certain gear turning, or whether you're hearing a car go like this, I mean, oh my god, the sound editing and the mixing in this film, seriously, I am not joking with you guys. If Ford vs. Ferrari is not nominated, especially for the sound categories, I'm gonna lose my mind, because this is some of the best sound I have heard all year in a movie. And something that I thought was absolutely perfect about Ford vs. Ferrari was the pacing. Seriously, if you had told me that this film was 2.5 hours, I would have said, what? Because in no way, shape, or form did this film feel like 2.5 hours. At the most, this movie felt like it was an hour 45 minutes. The best way I can describe the pacing of Ford vs. Ferrari is that it runs like a race car, and even though it has a very energetic pace, it never feels like it leaves out any important details whatsoever. As far as my issues with this movie, I do have a few. One of them being that I found Ford vs. Ferrari a bit formulaic at times. And the other thing is that I did find a couple of aspects of this movie a bit predictable. So overall, Ford vs. Ferrari was just freaking great. Christian Bale and Matt Damon are great, but Bale absolutely steals it. The race sequences are exhilarating with some amazing sound design, and not to mention when it came to the pacing, this film did not feel like 2.5 hours at all. But above all, Ford vs. Ferrari is just a great tale about two people that are fighting the corporate machine. So all in all, I'm gonna give Ford vs. Ferrari a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I dug the hell out of this movie, and trust me guys when I say this, go see this on the biggest screen with the biggest speakers because the sound design is going to blow you away. Alright guys, so comment down and let me know below. Are you guys looking forward to Ford vs. Ferrari? Are you not looking forward to it? Let me know below. If y'all want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Ford vs. Ferrari. If so, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click either right there or there. And of course, until my next review, I'll see you all next time.